How's it going, Spaceports? Vethlane here, and welcome back to the Tabletop Tavern demo. Guys, this one is for everybody who hopped onto the Spaceport crew. You guys are the best. That video blew up in a way that I could not have imagined. Thank you all so much. And there's more to talk about in this demo, and I wanted to share it with you guys. I told myself I wasn't going to do another video on the same game so quickly, but darn it, here we are. It's about the time of the night when my brain starts shutting down because I'm old, so I've done the logical thing, pumped myself full of caffeinated beverages, and we're going to do a couple more runs for you. There's a lot that I want to cover because there have been some updates since my last video, and we're just going to take a run through the game. As you can see, I've unlocked the Discord specific commander, so we're going to take a run hopefully with each one of these two commanders, Radon Greythorn or Raiden Greythorn, and also Bjorn Iron Skull, the Viking clan leader. And we're just going to see what these two guys have going for them, have a little fun, hang out a little bit, and I hope you guys enjoy the show. Okay, so first thing I want to point out, you can equip any item that you have unlocked now as your starting gear. So for instance, with Raiden Greythorn, I'm using the ranged units gaining 25 bonus range starting gear for the longbows here. Let's get right into it, and I'll cover a few things that I've discovered since the last video. I hope you guys are doing well. Once more, shout out to everybody who supported this first video. Holy crap. Thank you guys. So, the first thing I want to cover, there were a few small complaints I had with the demo the first time that I recorded that I want to immediately address. The first thing is, we can now put units into guard mode at the beginning of fights, which is a really good quality of life improvement. And since we're playing the guy that has these very good Deepwood Rangers bow infantry here, TJ Game Dev has completely overhauled the ranged units. They do proper damage now. They no longer are throwing toothpicks at your enemies. Feels good, feels awesome. Bowmen are a viable option, and you're about to find out what that looks like right now. So let's get into the first battle. Okay, so same type of starting battle. We could auto-resolve, but I really want you guys to see the difference in the ranged unit damage. So we're going to go in here, make our command groups, and just get right into it. Right into it. There's been a lot of changes that have happened that has directly addressed the few problems that I had with the demo starting out. Now, I am going to go after these dire wolves first. This is my primary directive. I'm going to set up some swordsmen over here to kind of take the brunt, because these are going to try to sneak in behind us, and I am going to do my best to intercept them with my swordsman, my levy swordsman. But you can already tell the range damage is phenomenal now. It's exactly where I would want it to be for these faster paced types of battles. Good. Wolves are already down, so I'm going to direct my attention to the other bow-wielding units. We're going to engage these swordsmen and hopefully get this fight over with pretty quickly now. Get these guys in there. This guy's getting a little bit bullied because it's a 2v1, but this guy's also dealing with the 2v1, so it is what it is. Rangers are down because I have the superior bowman, and there you go. As quickly as it started, it has ended in my favor. So yeah, already a huge improvement, because last time I played, I saw a couple of comments saying that the bows are pretty puny, and they were. And I think it was like the day after I uploaded the video. That got fixed for us. Okay, so Cauldron. The Cauldron is a sell item. I'm not really interested in that right now. We're going to get a lot of gold. I'm going to try to pull some units at these shops. We have plenty of shop options here. Probably going to skip this city for now because we aren't taking too much damage yet. The Haunted Chapel. Oh, we're here again. We could investigate, avoid, hell know it. We could pay for some unit health. I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and investigate it. And there is I'm not spending the gold that it's going to take to get that up to what's required. So we're going to take that 20% damage hit, which is okay by me. It's not a big deal. We only have a few more encounters until our next city. Dropping that off. There we go. We're getting our health back already from that being an outpost. Okay, so let's go ahead and stock up on some units. I think this run, I'm going to leverage as much ranged power as possible. So unit in a bottle adds a random unit to your army. This is a prestige copy of a unit, which is pretty cool. But we're just going to... Oh, we've got 16. Holy moly. Let's get a purple. That'll be helpful. Another unit of Deepwood Ranger sounds really great. Yeah, let's go ahead and grab these guys. Those are all great choices. I'm kind of jealous that I didn't get the other ones. And here you go. We'll get some Arbalesters. So now we have 3 ranged units. This is going to be pretty good. This is sort of mirroring the type of army I would start building in in the normal Total War Warhammer 3 campaigns that I do. I love raining hell upon my enemies. I think also there's been a unit cap increase on the army size. We have a maximum of 10 in our base army. I think previously that was 8, and we still have 2 reserve slots. So your army can be a little bit bigger, which is nice. I think 8 units was kind of a hard sell towards the end of this first map, and I'm interested in seeing how that kind of progresses in the full release, because if you guys were here for the first video, there's another map once we finish this particular region with stronger monsters in it, so I'm interested in how the progression is going to go between regions looking forward. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and auto-resolve this battle, because I've got a lot more ground to cover here in this video. We're going to take our wins easily when we can get them. All right, let's grab some more money. I like money. Money is good. Money makes my problems go away. I'll tell you that right here. Okay, rewind potion, a major health potion. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. But why don't we get 2 more units? Army size, I have found, is pretty dang helpful. Let's go ahead and get the pole arms, an anti-large unit, just in case we get stuck with something we need to use them on. And then, what do we want to do? I think for now, yeah, let's take another Levy Swordsman. Now, what you would do if you were a smart man is combine these 3 units into a Prestige Levy Swordsman. But I think I am going to wait until we're a little bit better equipped before we do that. I would like a backup melee unit or 2 that has a shield before I go whole hog into getting that upgrade for the Levy Swordsman. Go ahead and heal up here, and you guys can already tell I'm moving a little bit faster on this campaign because I'm a little bit more used to the game. It was such a fun experience making the first video that I did on Tabletop Tavern, and now I'm feeling a little bit more confident. I don't know that I'm gonna win. We might still not win, but we're gonna have some fun, and I feel good doing it. So now we have a really good front line there. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave these guys off to the side, actually, and we're going to make a little spot for our anti-large here. Okay, let's group. Oops. Typically, I would expect to hold down the control button and be able to individually pick. Typically, when you're multi-selecting in a game like this, I was holding down shift previously. Normally, when you hold down shift, you should be able to click one end and the other and select all in between, but that's okay. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. I mainly just wanted to use this to auto spread out my bowmen, and you can see we're all listed as being active guard mode now, which is pretty handy. These guys have a heck of a range. I gotta be real with you. This is a long-ranged unit. Just immediately raining hell upon our foes. I'm gonna send our pikemen after these wolves. I'm probably also going to send these guys after the wolves. Yep, they're going for it already. That's good. Good behavior from the troops. Let's go. Okay, so, wow. Okay, the wolves ignored the pikemen. That's not going to work out too great for them, as a matter of fact. Unfortunately, they made a very poor decision, because now they're getting piked from behind. Unfortunately. I'm doing what the combined arms era in the Renaissance called the pike and shot. You're getting piked, you're also getting shot. It's as simple as that. War used to be easy, you know? You go in, you give some guys some sticks, and you just say, go to town. I hope you make it back in one piece. Nowadays, it's all, let's reconnaissance, let's make sure everybody's safe, you know. And it's ironic because back then, there just weren't as many humans on the Earth either. It was a brutal time back in these fantasy goblin-filled days. All right, we're just tearing through these guys. I'm going to speed back up. I could make it go a little faster if I actually made my melee troop join in, but we had it handled. Nothing to worry about. The first half of the first area is pretty straightforward, and what I found works best if you're new to Tabletop Tavern and you're just now finding this video, definitely check out my first video that covers a lot more of the basics as I was learning them. I'll link that below. But, you know, as I'm learning now, the first half of this first map is for your setup. You need a lot of units, you need them fast, and the conscript unit option is pretty good if you have the pumpkin pie perk item, because the pumpkin pie perk item allows you to full heal when you go into a town, and that's super helpful for recruiting conscripts. Each gold spent on modifying rolls gives +2 to the dice value, so that's pretty nice. That's doubling our economy for the random event rolls, which is handy. Just like this one. Ooh, this is a new one. We haven't seen this one. The Great Beast. Villagers plead for help, slaying a rampaging monster threatening their homes. So I don't have enough unit to demand payment up front. That's sad. We could get health or lose health, or if we get 14, we could prestige a unit and get gold. This might be worth, because I could force a win here. Let's go ahead and go for it. We've got 9, which is actually not too bad. Let's use 3 gold to get that, and I got 10 gold back and prestiged a levy swordsman for free. This is why patience pays off, my friends. This is why patience pays off. Didn't have to lose those other 2 guys now, and here we are at a shop, so I can just keep on building my army. Here's an instantly gain 5 gold for the low price of 4 gold, so we're at a net positive of 1. Go ahead and drink that. I don't see any use in saving that for later. I might as well just get all the gold I can get. Pretty handy stuff. Okay, let's go ahead and pull another purple here. We could get more Deepwood Rangers, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get these Royal Cavaliers, because we need a nice, chunky cavalry unit to help us out. And then we're going to pull an uncommon, and why don't we go with the another unit of Arbalesters, and I think I'm going to go with a common infantry melee unit. Now, something that is to notice with Ryden Greythorn in particular is common units in his army gain 10 leadership and 4 melee defense. Yes, melee defense, sorry. Stumbling over my words. So all of these common melee units are actually getting a lot of benefit from here, and it's going to take them a little bit closer to a green unit quality. So he also gives the Deepwood Rangers +10 accuracy and 4 missile strength, which is why it's important, like, for me to get at least 1 more of those guys, because they're super useful with him. And yeah, let's just go for another levy swordsman. So now we have a full stack army, which is pretty good to deal with what's coming up next. I would like to bump these the efficacy of these guys up a little bit more, but we're gonna keep going on and see what happens. The Stranded Knight, another new event. A knight in shining armor approaches your camp, his horse panting in exhaustion. He explains that he was separated from his company and is in need of assistance. So we could offer assistance, which if we win would get a new unit, nice. We could turn him away, or we could demand payment up front, which is an 11+. Now, we don't have any gold, so I think what I'm gonna do... Let's go with this. Let's go with this, because if we fail this one, the failure results in nothing. We have a full army, but if we fail on this one, we still get money. So let's go ahead and do that. It's a little rude, and we did fail, but we did get 5 gold. So you know what the hey, let's go. I didn't necessarily need help, but we got some money out of it. Okay, let's keep going and take down these goblins. I feel like my army is really well set up right now. I don't feel very threatened right at this moment. I think by the end of the first map, we're probably going to have some more problems to deal with than we are right now. But for the moment, we are well equipped to handle what's before us. So I'm going to set up all my dudes set up in one spot except for my cavaliers, which are going over here. We'll keep them off to the side. That way they can harass the enemy while we're going. Let's go in slow motion, and I'm going to take everybody and move them up into the circle. Why did it move like that? Hello? Okay, I don't like that. I don't trust these arrows. Those arrows don't instill me with confidence. That is something that might need to be looked at. The pathing there, yeah, see, they were all going to bunch up on each other. So the pathing, a little bit wonky when you're moving a lot of units together in the alt click and drag formation. So Dev might need to check in on that still. But I got to tell you guys, TJ, the game dev, he is pumping out updates to Tabletop Tavern like every other day. He is a beast. There is a gentle person in the Discord. I do not remember their name, but they're kind of running the updates for the community, letting us know what's going on as TJ is working, because TJ is just keeping it going. What a guy. All right, so I'm going to pause momentarily, and we're going to take a look at what's going on here. We just have a lot of base tier melee units, nothing that I'm really scared of. So I'm going to go ahead and send my guys in. There's a double up over here. Why don't we get the pikemen to help out? Oh, wrong one. Who's fighting who? There we go. Okay, pikemen, you go over here. We've also fixed the flag selection bug, so you can select units by clicking on the flags now. Thank goodness. It's so helpful. It's not perfect. But it is much, much better. So shout out to everybody that helped with that one, reported that one. Things are much better. I cannot express how much smoother this game plays now than just a few days ago when I was calling out some very minor issues. Most of those have been fixed, and this feels like a brand new game to me almost. So I'm very happy with the state of Tabletop Tavern right now. All right. We're just mowing down these enemies. I'm going to probably go into slow down a little bit once we start breaking some dudes, just so I can mop up. Those guys are down. All right. Those guys are down. Also, everybody's crumbling at once, so let's send them in there. We'll send these guys over here. I'm going to break off the cav and then bring them back for another charge. Swabam. Taking it down. Okay, let's speed up. We have won the day here. Good deal. Easy game. I'm playing on casual still, just so everybody is aware. I'll probably be bumping up the difficulty if I make another video on Tabletop Tavern, because I'm getting used to the casual difficulty. I'm not winning every time, but I am very used to it, which is pretty nice. Okay, so Bracelet of the Sun Goddess is a very interesting item, and I'm going to take this because such a large portion of my army relies on ranged damage. So this prevents rain from falling on the battlefield, and rain falling on the battlefield is going to nerf my range of all of my bowmen here. So I want to keep these guys strong to make sure that they can take care of any threats as they approach. So we're going to keep our weather clear skies. Clear skies. This is a very sad outcome for these guys. I don't feel like they should be down to one dude. That's a little ouchy right there. Probably due to these dire riders is what they are, or the auto resolve is looking at the pikes here and going, I don't know about that. But I know about it. You and I know about it, guys. We know what's about to go down here. Maybe. I don't know. I shouldn't say that. When I get too confident, that's when you mess up. I've played too much Noita. If you guys have ever played Noita, you know, don't say a dang thing. Never say anything. Never put yourself in a situation that doesn't turn out well. Do not assume. Okay, let's go ahead and start the battle. Now, I am noticing an AI tendency to have their the goblin rider units or the dire wolves or whatever have you cavalry off to the right side of the map. So for now, it's a pretty safe bet to put your pole arms off to the side to deal with those, unless it's orcs and trolls. They normally come around over on the left side. And another thing to note is this map size has grown significantly. As far as the skirmish maps, the size has gone up quite a bit, so things aren't quite as cramped. It gives you a little bit more room to maneuver, which is pretty nice. I like it. I like it. Okay, so we're gonna send this in slow motion. I'm gonna leave these guys off to the side for now, and we're gonna wait until the melee units get in range of our arbalesters, and then we're going to engage everybody. These guys are running around for some reason. I'm not sure why they just repositioned their entire regiment, but that's okay. They can do what they want, I guess. I'm not the cops. I'm not the cops. They're giving a little bit of support over to our pole arm troops. And we're in range of the goblin rabble now. So let's go ahead and engage in melee combat. These guys are going down real fast. Why? Uh-oh. Hang on. What did I do? Did I meme myself? I'm not fully for sure here. Okay, never mind. Never mind. We're good. We're good. A momentary lapse. A momentary lapse. Actually, what I'm going to do first is, well, no, I guess I'll go after the range. These guys are just instantly gone, so we can mop up those. Ooh, we got a 2v1, so let's get rid of them. That first one is about to fall, which is good. That's good. Now, yeah, there you go. Now you can focus on these guys. I feel like all the troops are a little bit more intelligent now as well. I might just be better at the game, or I might be gaslighting myself. You never know. It could be both. I am tired, you know, whatever. But we're winning. We're winning, and we're winning quite handily right now, which is pretty good. Pretty good. I feel like my army, like the range damage adjustment made everything feels so much better, and it might even be a little bit too strong. If you guys feel like the range damage is a little bit too strong, drop a comment down below letting us know, because I'm a little on the edge about it, or the fence rather. I feel like it's great, but I feel like it's almost too great. We're already at the end. I'm only 20 minutes into the video. You know, I feel like I've kind of blown through this, so it might be something to think about in the future. There's a town up here. I'm going to grab another 5 gold, and we're going to see what waits for us up here. So we have undead units, chicken flight ability, short hops and cannot be slowed by terrain. Very interesting. Okay, why don't we try to recruit an undead unit? That feels fun. That's fun. Death Haven Fiends. Yeah, just for kicks and giggles. These guys are melee infantry, and these are kind of berserk units. So why don't we take out one of our levy swordsmen here? We'll drop in one of these bad boys into the ranks and see what kind of trouble we can get into now. It's nice to have a reserve unit. I've never really kept a unit on reserve yet, and we're already at the final fight. So if we do the auto-resolve, we're gonna win. I feel like that's a pretty good indication that we're in good shape. So let's get right into it, and let's see how bad I can mess it up. Okay, so final fight, keeping the same army composition as before. There's not much to say. He's losing his mind. Look at his unit card. He's going crazy down there. This guy is so hype to be in this fight, he cannot contain it. Shaking with murderous glee, he is. Holy moly. This guy is ready to go. Okay, pikeman off to the side. You know what? I kind of feel... Is he anti-large? Do I have any anti-large on him? No. Okay, you know what I'm going to do, actually? I'm actually going to move these two guys down. So let's pull them off. I'm going to drop the pikes in the middle. That way, we have some trolls on the enemy team. And not just the kind that call me bad names. There are some actual monstrous trolls on the team that we're going to have to deal with. So I want to be able to move to either side they may spawn on. Another thing that's been added to the game since the last video is the Outrider units. So these are Vanguard units. These Deepwood Rangers do qualify as Vanguard units. So you can put them anywhere you want to. And honestly, you can stick them behind the enemy army, which is kind of a big brain move. I feel like that would be fun to play with. I haven't really gotten the chance to mess with any of this stuff too much for experiment's sake because I've been too busy testing out all of these new changes, but I am excited to do so. Okay, everybody's set up. Let's group our ranged boys together just so we can unleash the beast if we need to. Let's go ahead. I'm going to include him into the melee group. And the pole arms I'll keep off to the side. They need their own space. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. Where did they put their trolls? Off to the left. As I expected, that is fine. Guys to look at right now, these Flesh Shredder Fanatics. This new icon up here is actually representative of their buff that is called Blood Frenzy. It deals 2 times damage while above 50% health, which is really important. This is almost a backwards berserker type of deal. So the more health they have, the more damage they're going to do. So what is the logical thing to do? Get these dudes down to 50% health, and that puts them back at a 2 times damage to infantry. These guys are really strong. So if they're above 50% health and they're fighting somebody that's on foot that doesn't have bow and arrow, well, even if they do have bow and arrow, if they're not on a horse, they're doing 4 times damage until they get to 50% health. So we need to take them down fast, pronto even. All right, so let's do that. I'm going to let the trolls come in a little bit. We're going to focus down. Actually, let me pause that. Let's get these guys out of here really quickly. And I'm going to put these guys on standby until these guys reach the range that is proper. And we are going to pound them. Okay, they lost their buff there. That's great. Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, they're going to go down fast. We're going to go ahead and get rid of them, actually. These guys, large and stalwart, they're immune to terror, which is okay. I'm concerned that these boys are going to block off that Stone Hewer Giant from us, but that's all right. That's all right. We'll see what happens. I'm going to run slow-mo. Those guys are gone. They are done for. So what I'm going to do is get these dudes hitting the giant, because the giant is armor piercing. My guys are also armor piercing. So we're going to try to bully this giant. I'm going to send these guys up to fight them. These guys, actually both of these units now are free to engage these mid melee units. Not just mid because they are goblin rabble. They are in the middle of the group. And let's go ahead and mobilize our cav. And these guys, let's charge into them. These guys hit them. Those guys hit them. Everybody take down the problem children, please. And the giant is actually taking some good damage. That's nice. That's nice. Giant is going down. Yeah, I'm feeling like these Deepwood Rangers, they're getting a lot of buffs from me. But even the Arbalesters are doing just a phenomenal amount of damage, which I appreciate. I appreciate. It's just a lot of damage. I'm thankful. I'm thankful for the buff. Okay, giant down. Before the polearms even got there, the giant has been dealt with. That feels good, man. Okay, and let's just speed this up. I think these guys are going to melt away, and that is, wow, that's very close to being the fight. That is very close to being the fight. The fight is now officially won. Boom, victory. And there you have it. That is the Deepwood Ranger Army winning the campaign on casual difficulty. Very cool. Riding Greythorn, a very, very cool captain. And we're just going to pull ransom captives, because what happens up here is we're going to the next map, and you're allowed to do 1 fight in the second map before you go back to the campaign, and I'm going to try to auto-resolve it. This is kind of, to me, the test of how good our army is, if I can auto-resolve this fight, which is pretty scary already, and we do so without issue. Boom. Completed the demo. Very, very, very cool. I'm liking all of these changes. Okay, guys, so the next thing we're going to do is get into the Discord group specific commander. Bjorn Ironskull. I have never played as Bjorn yet. I was actually saving him specifically for this video. And let's take a look at his strengths. So Ironhide, melee infantry gain 4 melee defense, armored units gain 10 armor, and then he has Skulls for the Skull Throne, which gives you +2 gold from battle rewards. Okay, so we now have Sea Wind Spears, which are a Berserker anti-large unit. Very good. We have a melee infantry Huskarls, which are armored, piercing, shielded, and armored. These guys are hulking behemoths of men. And then we have 2 archers, which also have Blood Frenzy and Rage. This is a pretty interesting setup. Let's see if we have anything that can work on our... Are these guys armored piercing? They're not. So having diamond-tipped arrows might be helpful. Let's see if we have anything that would help with... Goodness, it's pulling me off of the screen. Help with our armor. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. No, I'm not seeing anything that can boost our armor yet that we've unlocked, so probably what I'm going to do is take these diamond-tipped arrows, which is going to make both of our ranged units armor piercing, and let's get into it. I did notice that Bjorn, his model is a little bit more detailed than the first 2 models. I'm not sure if that's still part of the same asset pack that TJ was using to build the base armies. I saw a lot of people commenting about that asset pack, and I forget exactly what the name of it is. I know the site starts with an S, but but these guys look a little bit more... Okay, these guys are normal, but Bjorn himself looks a little special, so I don't know. It's just something interesting to know. Let's get in here and do some fighting. It looks like similar odds at winning the battle as the previous army, so we're going to do the same thing we normally do. This goblin camp is interesting, being all the way back there. You would think that the enemy would want their camp to be near where we're going to be, so that they can harass us, but I guess that's just not how things are going to work out for them today. And we're going to let them come to us. Actually, no, I lied. We're going to switcheroo over here and give these guys a very hard time. They're going to try to walk behind us. Yeah, they are going to get a little bit into our archers. That's okay. That's okay. We'll deal with that. Don't you worry, guys. We've got it under control. Look at that. Yeah, buddy. It's what I call yeah, buddy hours. It's what we're experiencing right now. It's kind of a running joke I have, because when I go out and grill, I always take a picture and send it to my friends, and I'm like, it's real. Why are you going up there? Hello. I always joke that it's real yeah, buddy hours when I'm outside grilling on the grill for the family. Just silliness. Just silliness. Okay, things are looking pretty good. I was a little bit sloppy starting out. These guys are not nearly as damaging as the Deepwood Rangers, but that's okay. We're still doing work. We're still doing work. We'll get in here. Let's actually harass both of these guys at the same time. It's not something you ever want to hear out on the street, walking down a dark alley. Okay. Maybe should I leave these guys out like bait? I don't know. The archers in this game are a little bit more... They're a little bit more brave than Total Warhammer archers, because Total Warhammer archers will just keep running away from you until Kingdom Come. You have to hunt those boys down. These guys will stand and fight. You know, shout out to them. Unusual greenskin activity in this game, but I'm here for it. Okay, so the first fight went down pretty smooth, pretty easily. Let's see what we get when we continue on. Okay, Northern Looters doubles loot from sacking towns. You know what? That's something that I haven't tried yet, and I think I'm gonna do that. Let's grab that item, and I think since we're playing Vikings, since we're playing a plundering group, why don't we do it? We'll do a little plundering as a treat. Let's do a little town plundering. I'm here for that. Okay, let's auto-resolve this, get them out of the way. Oh, we get a chug today. Heck yeah, Fortnite, hello. All right. There's a lot of cheeky little mentions in this game. Okay, very neat. Very neat. Fight garrison. So we have forest spirits. This is the elven faction, the Ashwood militia, Sylvan archers. Let's do it. Ready or not, here. Oh my god. They're all rare units. Oh my gosh. Okay, you know what? We're gonna go out in a blaze of glory. If it doesn't work out, then I'll do it. I'll do a little bit of a run. I'll do a little. You're about to find out in the video, because if I screw this up, we're about to have a hard cut. Okay, so let's take an inventory. Common, uncommon. You know, like, why are these guys wiping me out? They're shielded, but I don't. What's the forest dweller? Okay, yeah, there's nothing really here that like spooks me. They have a little bit. Maybe a little bit stronger army, but I don't particularly feel scared. Okay, weapon strength 30, 32, 32. What are we at? 28, 28, 26. Okay, so they are a little bit stronger than us. I don't like how these guys reposition at the beginning of the fight. That's a little unfortunate. Oh, yeah, these guys are beefy. Wow. Okay. Well, you know what? We're going to fight. We're going to fight until the fight is over. That's how we do things around here. Engage. Let's work on tearing these guys down first. Pepper them with arrows, please. Looks like we're winning the morale battle over here, which is good. These guys are losing the morale battle, though, which is not good. And this is probably going to be where we break. Oh, now they're broken. Okay, okay, okay. You get in there. Get in there. We got to support them. Support our friends, please. Let's break those guys. Okay, our melee units are broken. These guys still have a little bit of it, just a tiny bit of ammo. Wow. So you guys fight them. Both of you guys get in here. We're going to have to once again send our archers. You know what, though? We might be able to play this to our advantage. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. You guys... Hang on. What's the sitch here? How fast do these guys move? Do they have a speed 33? Okay, we're both similarly fast. So let's see if we can't get... Oh no, they ran away. Okay, so this is a fist fight with archers, guys. And here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna try to... That's accuracy. There's no use in me doing that. Charge into battle. We're about to find out. We're about to find out what it means. Oh my gosh. Well, it looks like we're doing okay. It looks like we're going to get it. Holy moly. You want to talk about an unexpected victory. Shout out to those very brave Viking archers. They fought with blood, with spirit. Onward to Valhalla. For real. So enter town, we can either loot gold or we can loot gear. I'm taking the gold, baby. 16 gold? That hits me with 34? Oh, and we can get gear? Let's friggin' go. Oh my gosh, the Texan barbecue. We got the brisket, boy. Oh no, that's ribs. We got the ribs, boys. Plus 4 melee defense for melee units. Let's go. Heck yes. Okay, so now we can go to a choice of 2 shops. I think I'm going to go to this one. This is giving us a little bit more variety in what we can do down the road. Okay, what do we want to do? We are spoiled for choice right now. Let's go ahead and grab these guys. Okay, the Varangian Guard. Shout out Dark Souls 2. Love the Varangian set. So these are armor-piercing, shielded, and armored individuals. And these guys are legendary, the Jomsvikings. Oh, yeah. We gotta go for those guys. Heck yeah. Tier 5 units. Say less, my dude. Another. Skinwalkers? Oh my gosh. Okay, another Jomsvikings. I'm gonna grab a gear pack. I'm so excited. Event actions that require gold can be taken for free, say less. And then I'm going to pull 3 units. I'm going to get 2 tier 2s. Yes. And then I'm going to get 1 tier 1. And why don't we do... We don't have any... We have 1 unit of anti-large, which is the Sea Wind Spears. Let's get... Yeah, let's get some Shield Maidens. Let's get another green. Get another unit of Huskarls. I like the Huskarls. I think they're good. Let's compare them to the Shield Maidens, actually. So they have more weapon strength, but they have less speed. And these guys are armored, where the Shield Maidens are not. So Huskarls are definitely the superior melee unit. They're just a little bit slower. Okay, this is looking like a real tasty army right about now. Driftwood Skirmishers. These are melee units, yes. And we also have the Thrall Levy. I don't know that I like either one of these, but it's looking like... Oh, these guys have some, yeah, they're ranged units. Sorry, I didn't notice that. Okay, let's continue on then. Feeling like we got a pretty healthy army right about now. This is good. This is good. I don't fear too much here. Look, with the defense of our Yams Vikings, we're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good. Okay, yeah, let's fight this one. I want to see what these guys can do in battle. These guys excite me. I am very excited by the Yams Vikings. And we have a +5 melee defense right here at spawn. Good night. Could it get much better than this? I don't think so, boys. I'm actually going to tell these two units to hang in reserve. Let's keep them back. Save them a little bit of a headache. We don't want to lose any more of them than we have to. And then we have 3 nice ranged units that are going to cover us here. And we're just going to sit our butts here. We're going to plant our butts. We're going to put these in a control group, put them behind, and let's rock and roll. Got the Huskarls here, and we're just going to rain hell upon these, all of these guys. Here, you engage. We need to come in strong and hard. Get these Yams Vikings in there. Tear those wolves apart, my boy. Get them out of here. They gots to go. These guys are already done with their job. These guys are terrified. These Yams Vikings, man. They're about to change the dynamic of the battlefield. Let's get these in. It looks like these wolves are about to go away. Both of these guys are about to go away, actually. We're getting some goblin rabble coming in behind us, and you know what? I say nay, nay. I say goodbye. No more. Your reign of non-terror is at an end. Think I'm in danger? I am the danger. That was terrible. I'm sorry. I'm not editing it out. I'm leaving it in. I'm leaving it in. If you can't stand my Breaking Bad references, you can't stand me. I'm sorry. Ironically, I've never actually finished all of Breaking Bad. I've literally made it to the very end of season 5, and I've never finished the show. Can you believe that? I'm a poser, man. I'm a poser. Okay, easy win. Easy win, and we're keeping the ball rolling. Dude, those Yams Vikings, you send one of those dudes in, and it's over. You can just kiss your butt goodbye. I would not want to be caught in a dark alley with one of those guys. Oh my gosh. Armor-piercing units gain +10 melee. You know, it's so hard to pass it up. It's so hard to pass it up. It's just too good. Okay, I'm going over here, and we're visiting the town. Ooh, a troubling dream. This is new. One of your mercenaries recounts a disturbing dream of a great beast stalking the camp. The air feels heavy with tension. We could consult the oracle. We could double the watch for the night, or we could just ignore it. Just go away. It's just a dream. Don't worry about the beast. Oh, shit. Is the beast in the room with us right now? I'll be danged if he wasn't in the room with us right then. Critical failure on the roll. Oh, no. Okay, well, at least we're going to get a little bit of our health back after I told a man to go back to sleep and got slaughtered by a beast. All right. Ooh, the witch's bargain. We're back in the herb-scented lair, my boys. I'm ready. I'm ready. So, success or failure. We can request the loyal squire to perform the dark deed in secret. Now, if you remember last time, we had to sacrifice the young maiden. But this time, I don't want to deal with the personal guilt of sacrificing a young maiden, so I'm going to give the task to a young man with so much life ahead of him so that he may be haunted for the rest of his days, and I can live in relative peace of the things that I have done. Perfect. Acquire gear. Yeah, now this is interesting. Do we have... What happens when we get more than the max? Rare units gain armor piercing. Do we even have any rare? No, we don't. No space for gear. Ooh, well, we don't really need it anyways, so it's not that big of a deal. I guess the move is because you can't get rid of... Can you get rid of these like on the fly? Okay, you can. You could sell one before you left. So if you needed to make room, you could. I'm very happy with all of these. I think this is a good setup for me. I might not do any more plundering, so I might want to switch out the northern looters if I find something worth using. Collect up to plus 10 interest per turn. You know, I'll take it because I need a little bit of gold to get a little bit of gold there. We'll see. We got to get 5 gold in order to take advantage of the interest. Maybe we'll get the chance for a fight here. And by Jove, we have a fight. I'm going to auto-resolve it. We're going to grab the money. Now we've got some interest. Very good. Very good. And we're going to go over to the shop.
How can I help you?
And let's get a tier 3 unit. I'm going to go with, what do we got? The Valkyries. Let's grab some Valkyries because these are anti-large. I'm going to go ahead and take that because I think I need some anti-large. That ruined my interest rate, but that's okay. You know what? We got to pay the bills. You got to keep a roof over your head. There's nothing you can do about it. We're just trying to live day by day here. I'm not worried about my 401k. I'm not worried about my Roth IRA. I'm not worried about the trust fund for my Viking children right now. I got to make it to the end of the map. I'm hungry. I need some food. Okay, let's go ahead. I'm auto-resolving this again. We can get some money. There's like one shop up there. I'm a little concerned about these two guys. I'm going to go ahead and pull it. I'm going to pull the money. We're going to go up here. I'm going to take... Okay, yes. Okay, deal with that. We're going to heal up. That gets us to where we were. I'm going to take money from this fight. Boom. Yes, and now that'll give us enough to buy a new unit at the town. A spooky unit, even. Ooh, yes. What can we get? Look at this. Look at this, my boys. Okay, Bloodsworn. We have Armored Stalwart, Anti-Large. I love to see that. You're coming with me, buddy. Yes, sirree. You're dumping in with the rest of the melee units. And now here we are yet again at the final fight. And see, the auto-resolve, this is only a thing for casual difficulty. And that's something I'm gonna show you guys a couple more options once we're done here to kind of give you an idea of what to expect. Now, here's where the goblins should be making camp. Absolutely. This is smart for them because now I actually have to play the game. Great. Thanks a lot. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull all of our melee into a group. Yes. You're all friends now. Congratulations. Meet your battle buddy. You got to stick with the battle buddy at all times. At all times. Okay, so actually the move here, I believe, is going to be pulling my guys back. I want the enemy to be away from the goblin camp. So the smartest way to make that happen is to hold my ground right about here. The rangers may be back there, but that's not going to stop them from taking ranged damage. So let's do that. We're going to send the Huskarls on either side here. These guys are going to be a little weak here. They might be having to deal with some monstrous infantry as well. Actually, let's pull them back. They're going to be the reserves here because I'm going to put the Valkyries there, and I'm going to put the Bloodsworn over here. So now we have anti-large on either side. And we're going to... more shield maidens. Are the shield maidens terrifying? Very interesting. Very interesting. Okay, shield maidens, you hang back behind the Yoms Vikings. This is the final fight for the demo. So in the full release, I'm going to have to be a little bit more mindful of my unit health on this fight because it'll matter more. But not today. Not today, my dudes. And we're just going to let them come to us. But yes, once you get out of casual difficulty, it actually gets rid of your chance to auto-resolve fights, which is more of a deal than you would think it is. Okay, these two sets of wolves are about to go bye-bye. Oh my gosh, just melting them. The Bloodsworn, melting them. Okay, we're pausing again. Pull back. These guys also going to pull back. So we have the main threat here is going to be 2 sets of giants and trolls. These are all normal-ish units here. And your job is to deal with these bad boys. Take down the giant first. Driftwood skirmishers, I want you guys on double duty with the giants and trolls as well. All of our ranged units... you need to get over there and help these guys out. You're going to be our main line of defense. Once these go away... yes, okay, they're gone. So now your job is to deal with them. Yoms Vikings are going to come over here. We're going to kind of move up just a tad. Just a tad. Very good. Everybody pile in. Everybody pile in on the big boys. Now, this might be over before the Bloodsworn even make it to them. I don't know. But we're gonna take these guys down with as much prejudice as possible. Good. They're gone. The Vikings will not stand for the trolls. We will not stand for the giants blocking our way. We will not stand to be stood on. That is our word. That is our oath. And we live by it. All right. I'm not even going to worry about this over here. Yoms Vikings, you got this, dudes. You got this. Unafraid. Huskarls, get in there. Help them out. Bloodsworn should be able to deal with everything else over there. Come on. Wow, the Valkyries are actually doing some work over here. They are holding up strongly against these trolls, and already the trolls are gone, obliterated, reduced to ashes. There's nothing they could do. Okay, melting those guys as expected, just burning through these guys, going through them like Drano. You love to see it. Okay, these two should be able to break soon. Good deal. And this should mean that we have won this fight, my friends. Let's engage them on the turf. We lost the wounded Huskarls. That's the only unit that we have had run away. They didn't even die. They just took a... Are they still running? Yeah, they're not running, but they're not fighting. They just retreated to a safe distance to chill, I guess. Shout out to them, I suppose. Okay, so let's go ahead and get all of our ranged units in on this fight. Pepper those enemy bowmen. These are the last 2 that we're dealing with. There's one, and here goes the other one. You love to see it. Enemy host defeated. Thank you, ma'am. Beautiful stuff. This game just doesn't get old. Everything moves so quickly. I just finished 2 runs on casual difficulty in under an hour. I love to see that. It feels great. As always, as I said before, the best thing about this game, the speed. Being able to get through part of a campaign in 30 minutes. A normal Total War fight can take 15 or 30 minutes. You need to understand this. That's why I love this so much, because I'm unk-aged. I don't have all the time in the world to play video games, and this just feels right for me. And this army barely lays a scratch on my setup, which is amazing. Demo complete. Very cool. So guys, a few more things that I want to talk about before I let you go today. Things that I think are important if you're going to play this game, or, you know, whatever you want. If you want to find out more, check this out. So TJ has actually got a wish list roadmap. So based on the number of wish lists the game has on Steam, he is going to add various different things into the game, so you can directly affect the scope of Tabletop Tavern. So if you wishlist the game on Steam, know that you're adding to the content. We're at 18,033 as shown right now. At 20,000, there's a new faction being added. At 30,000, we're getting artillery units, which I am pleading, please give me artillery units. A couple of people suggested I play Master of Commands demo in my last video. I played it today, and once I got some artillery on the field, man, I loved it. It was a lot of fun, so you might see a video popping up on that soon as well. But also meta progression, spell casting, mage units, and finally, if he gets 100,000 wish lists for the game, they're gonna work on multiplayer for this game. And there's possible factions: lizardmen, dwarves, plague, chaos, Egyptian undead, basically everything that you would see in Total Warhammer, it's being thought about. So cast your vote with your wish list click. You don't even have to pay a thing to add content to this game. And once again, I swear I'm not shilling this game. I'm just liking it that much, and I want it to grow as much as possible. Okay, so another thing that I did want to point out, and this will be the last thing because I don't want to waste too much of your time tonight, and if you're still watching here, thank you so much for checking out this video, and drop a comment, let me know your favorite part of what you've seen so far. But the different difficulty levels, they are not just a boost to the enemy stats. In fact, I don't know that they affect the enemy stats at all. This might just be mechanic changes. So this is what we've been playing at, is peasant level, the base difficulty level. At Squire, your auto-resolve is disabled. At Knight, you start each run with a weakened army. Baron, rest army post-battle actions, healing reduced by half. Shop price is increased. Gear no longer appears in battle rewards. And finally, removing your ability to modify rolls and events. So this is applying modifiers to your run, which I think is a very unique and interesting way to handle difficulty levels in an RTS game like this, which I applaud, and I'm excited to try these out. If you guys want to see more on higher difficulty levels, vote with that like button, vote with that sub. If you enjoyed the video, let me know about it, because I'm just happy to be here with you guys. So thank you for watching. Once again, I'm Spethlane. This is Tabletop Tavern's demo. Check it out. And be stellar, guys. Do something kind for yourself, kind for somebody else, and I will talk to you in the next one. See ya.